Hi everyone, this is Mahmoud Sheikh, and from past few videos I have been working on developing a lectures management system using PHP CodeIgniter AJAX and jQuery. In my last video I completed the functionality of deleting any of the user's skills. Okay, now in this video I'm going to discuss about developing the functionality of searching the users with the help of this search box. Okay, so if I want to search any user or a lecturer whose name starts with a letter J, then I will type J here. Okay, the moment when I type J, the lecturer whose name starts with J start appearing in this drop down. Okay, so now if I type K, then it's not displaying me anything. Okay, and when I type M, then it will display me two users. Okay, one is Michael Brown and another one is Mahmoud. Okay, so this user has not added their profile, that's why it's displaying this image. Okay, so we have to work on it and we will do that in our upcoming videos. Okay, so now in this video I will discuss about developing the functionality of searching the users with the help of this search box whenever a user enters any letter in this text box. Okay, so this we will be going to cover in this video. Okay, so before starting this video I would just want to tell you guys, if you guys like this video, click on like button, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you will get regular updates of my upcoming videos. Okay, so now let us start our discussion on developing the functionality of searching the lecturers. Okay, so for that we need to go to our header file. Okay, that is header.php. So as you guys already know that I had created header.php file in my earlier videos. Okay, in that file I had created a search box. Okay, so this is my search box, and to this search box I had given an ID as search lecturer, and this div, okay, which comes below this form input, is having the ID of lecturers list. Okay, so this lecturers list div I will use to display the list of lecturers which are registered with our application. Okay, so whenever I'm typing any letter, let us say J, okay, the list of all the lecturers whose name starts with J start appearing inside this box. Okay, so for displaying this list of lecturers I have created a div here, and I have given an ID as ID equals to lecturers list. Okay, so I'm going to use this ID in my jQuery code to display the list of lecturers which are returned from my database. Okay, and here I have given an ID to this form input. I have given an ID as search lecturer, and I'm going to use this ID in my jQuery code whenever a user generates an key event. Okay, on key up event. Okay, so here I'm using on key up event so that whenever a user types any letter, okay, based on that letter I'm searching the records. Okay, so for that I'm using on key event. Okay, so now let me just take you to the jQuery code. Okay, so as I have told you that I have assigned an ID as search lecturer, and I will use this ID here in my script tag. Okay, so here this is the CSS code. Okay, and this is where I had started. Okay, and then I have created an script tag. Inside that I had told you that I'm using the search lecturer ID. Okay, and this is the same ID which I have created in my form input element. Okay, so now with this ID, okay, so now with this ID I'm making an key up event. Okay, and I have declared a variable as data. Okay, and then I have created a variable as lecturer name, and with the help of the ID which I have shown you, I'm fetching the name of the user which is typed inside the text box. Okay, so this is the same ID which I had given to my input text box. With the help of this ID, I'm accepting the letters, or I'm accepting the name which user will be going to enter inside the text box, and then I'm storing that name inside this lecturer name variable. Okay, and then here I'm checking what if the user has made an AJAX request. What if user is trying to make an AJAX request without entering any information inside the text box? Okay, then I will be displaying an error message using alert as please fill the data. Okay, otherwise if user has entered any name inside the search text box, then I will be making an AJAX post request to this URL, which is search lecturers, which I have created inside user controller. Okay, and to that controller I'm passing the lecturer name in the format of JSON. Okay, so from here the control will come to user.php file, where I have created this search lecturers function which I have shown you here. Okay, so this is the same function whatever I have created here. Okay, now here whatever name is been returned from this jQuery code in the form of JSON, okay, with the help of this jQuery code I'm getting that name and storing inside this lecturer name variable. Okay, and once I get the name of the lecturer whose details I want to search, okay, then I will pass that name, lecturer name, to a find lecturers function which I have created inside user model. Okay, so what is the need of creating this find lecturers function? Because so whenever user types any letter inside this text box, I will be displaying the list of all the users whose name starts with M. Okay, along with their name I also want to get their subject which they taught, okay, and the college in which they are working. So for getting these details from the table, I have made a function which is find lecturers, and to this function I am passing the name of the lecturer. Okay, so what this function will do is, so this function will get the details of the lecturer such as user ID, username, department, user profile, and college address. Okay, and these are the details which I'm displaying here inside this drop down. Okay, so now as you can see, for this username, image, department, and the college name. Okay, so for getting these details I have written a function here, and these details I have to take from multiple tables. Okay, user ID from the users table, username from the users table, and department table I need to fetch from the personal table, user file I need to fetch from the personal table, and college address I need to fetch from the professional table. Okay, so that's why I have joined this user, personal, and professional table with each other. Okay, and I'm searching these records based on the name of the lecturer. Okay, so now this function will return me the details of username, department, user file, and college address of each and every user whose name starts with the letter J. Okay, so right now I have only one user registered in my application whose name starts with J. Okay, that's why it's displaying only one record. Okay, so this function will return me all the details, and then control will come back to this search lecturers, where this lecturer will hold all the details of each and every lecturer. Okay, then I have created an output variable, and to this I have set an unordered list, and I have set this styling to this. Okay, here I have given a class as drop down menu, and then I have made an if condition, and with this if condition I am checking is there any users present inside the table. Okay, or if this function returns any row, okay, then I'm moving to I'm iterating over those records using for each loop. Okay, so one by one I'm going to iterate all the records which is returned from this function. Okay, then here you can see I have created an li tag with an id of skill, and I have set some styling as well. And here I have used a value attribute. To this value attribute I have set the id or the user id of the lecturer. Okay, now let me show you that. Okay, so I will right click on that and then I will click on inspect, and okay, so now you can see value which is the id of this lecturer. Okay, now I will type m. Okay, and when I right click and then when I click on inspect, you will see the id, the lecture's id of this user is 2. Okay, so I have set the user id of that lecturer using value attribute, and once I close this li tag, I have started an anchor tag. Okay, so that whenever I click on this record, I need to view their entire details. Okay, exactly the way I have done it here. Okay, now let me just type here Jacob. Okay, so as you can see here, since this is my already developed application, okay, there are 3 users whose name starts with J, and now if I want to view their complete details, okay, then I just need to click on this record, then I will be redirected to their personal qualification, professional and skill details. Okay, from where I can easily view their details. Okay, so that's why I have used an anchor tag, and to this anchor tag I have set the base URL to user view user profile, and I have set the user ID to this URL. Okay, so that I'm going to cover in my next video. Okay, and then I have created a table, and then table body, and then table row. Inside that I have created a table data tag, and with that I have created an image of that user. Okay, so I have set the lecturer's user file to this image tag, and I have given it a class as profile image. Okay, so with that class I have written some CSS styling which I will show you here. Okay, profile image. Okay, so I have set the width of the image as 50 and height of the image as 50, and margin left auto, margin right auto, and display block. Okay, so these are the styling which I have made for this image. Okay, so now the next thing is, okay, and here I have created another TD for displaying the lecturer's username, which is this Jacob Holland. Okay, and then I have created another div for displaying the department name of the lecture, which is this computer science. Okay, and lastly I have created another table data tag for displaying the name of the college. Okay, and here from here I'm sending this output to my header.php file where I have written the jQuery code. Okay, so here you can see I'm displaying this output. Okay, so that display I'm getting in my jQuery code. See here I'm receiving the data here. Okay, so from here I'm sending the data, and here in my header.php file where I have written the jQuery code, here I'm receiving that data. Okay, so if I got records in my SQL table, then it will return that record from here. Okay, and here in my success function I will receive those records, and I will display those records inside this lecturers list div, which I have already told you, okay, at the beginning of this video. This is the lecturer list div I have created below this search box to display the list of lecturers. Okay, and next is, then to this lecturers list I'm passing the data which has been returned from this function. Okay, search lecturers function. Okay, so this is everything about searching functionality of lecturers. I hope you guys have understood. So I hope you guys have understood everything whatever we have discussed in this video, and that's all for this video. And in our next video we will discuss about viewing the complete details of a user that I'm going to cover in my next video. And thanks for watching.